Yo, my peoples. First of all, let me get this out of the way. If my voice sounds kind of like raspy, okay, and like a lot of voice cracks, I played a game, and yeah, there was a lot of shouting. Whoa, whoa. There was a lot of shouting, so my voice right now is Welcome back to Chaplain TV, people. Let's get into it. Yes, so my peoples, today we are talking spiritual reflection. Welcome back. And today we are talking about advice. I got a question for you guys. Who do you go to for advice? Do you talk to your friends? Do you talk to your family? Do you talk to your dog?
You're weird, buddy. You're weird.
I don't know why you would, bruh, but you know, each to their own, I suppose. I'm not gonna judge you. Now, me as a chaplain, especially a Christian chaplain, I get my wisdom, my advice, my information from the Bible. The Bible. Here's one I made earlier. Joke, I didn't make it, but here's one I definitely did read earlier. Our scripture for the week, this week, comes from the Bible, of course. And the scripture for the week goes like this. Get good advice and you will succeed. That means win. Don't go charging into battle without a plan. I'll say that again. Get good advice and you will succeed. Don't go charging into battle without a plan. I wonder, do you guys have a plan for your lives? Do you have a plan for your day? Do you have a plan for your week? Do you have a plan for what you are going to do in school from now until the time you leave school? If you don't, I think it's okay, but I do think there is some wisdom in having a plan. I think it's smart to have a plan. Why? Because I think if you have a plan, you have something to go back to, even when the situation you're in don't look like what you thought it would look like. For instance, as a child being educated in the English school system, part of the plan for your life has already been decided. You will go to formal education of some sort for 5 years in secondary, 7 to 11, good counting, mental maths. And you will receive a great, wonderful, hopefully, formal education that will give you the opportunity to take exams, which you will hopefully all succeed and do amazingly well in, that will give you access to courses that will enable you to pursue a career in a field of your choice. So, like for me, when I finished school, I finished my GCSEs, then I went on to do sixth form, then I went to university, went to study journalism and media, got some presenting practice, so I can stand here with this microphone,
Oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
A lot of on-camera stuff, off-camera stuff, a lot of radio. That's how I actually interviewed Stormzy. I'm not lying, insert clip here.
To introduce, we've got Stormzy on the line on the Urban Show of Demon FM. I'm Maridra.
And I'm Kwesi Quest.
And yeah, Stormzy's on the line. How are you feeling, Stormzy?
I'm feeling good, you know.
Oh my days.
They were the options I had based on the grades I got and the hard work that I put in due to the work that I put in over the 5 years that I was at secondary school. So that was kind of like a plan already given to me. I didn't really have to ask for that or sort of do anything to get that opportunity. School was provided for me. And most of you guys are in the same situation, mainstream education. So with that being said, life won't always go as smoothly or as straight as we want it to, And so from time to time, we need a plan. And why I love this scripture from Proverbs 20:18 is because it's God's way of saying to us, look, don't rush. When it says, don't go charging into battle without a plan, it's God's way of saying, don't rush into anything, And you can consider anything a battle, Sometimes it's a battle just being friends with somebody. Sometimes it's a battle just getting up in the morning, Sometimes it's a battle, and I know you know about this, sometimes it's a battle just getting to school. I know what it's like. I was a teenager. Sometimes I still feel it as an adult. Sometimes you just hear the alarm going, told you about my voice, forgive me. Right? You're thinking, gosh, awake again, what time is it? Check it. 6:30. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to school. I just know everybody thinks I'm a loser. And you are incorrect. Don't ever call me that. Watch your mouth. I'm joking. It's important to have a plan, an idea of how you're going to attack the day, how you're going to take charge of your life, how you are going to take back control of life. And that sounds really philosophical, but I generally don't think it is. I've been reading a book recently by a guy called Rob Moore. This book by Rob Moore is called Start Now, Get Perfect Later. And this book basically, in a nutshell, is encouraging you through lots of different anecdotes and examples and stories by the author Rob Moore to not put off trying something, doing something, getting something done. Do it now and then worry about getting good at it later. And I actually think that's one of the best pieces of advice that I've received in life ever, but definitely in the last couple of years. Because I'll be honest with you guys, life doesn't really get any easier when you have to get stuff done, i.e. when you become an adult and you got responsibilities and you got to pay bills. Or even as you get older as a teenager and you've got to go to college, or you've got to go to sixth form or university or your apprenticeship or your job. Life doesn't really get any easier or simpler. It kind of gets more complicated in different ways. And there's lots of ways that we can prevent ourselves getting stuff done. I think the word for it is called procrastination. And I think it's something we often do when we feel like a situation is quite big or quite daunting, quite scary. Maybe we don't really know how to attack it. We don't really know how to approach the battle that it feels like it is. And that's why I refer to scriptures like that in the Bible, Proverbs 20:18, where it says, get good advice and you will succeed. Don't go charging into battle without a plan. So now, part of my plan for life is to start now and get perfect later. And that doesn't mean that it takes away the fear or the anxiety or the sense of impending doom. It doesn't take away any of that. But what it does mean is I can still be consistent and I can still achieve my goal of providing hopefully entertaining, valuable information to you guys watching this video. So when it comes to advice, my question to you guys is generally, where do you go to get your advice? I, as a Christian, go to the Bible. I pray, I go to God. I ask my wonderful wife when I need help with something, and I talk to my friends, a lot of them who are ahead of me in different things and in different ways. And I ask simply like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not quite sure how to approach this. Can you help me? Who do you go to get good advice? And do you have a plan? Because I suppose there's a sentiment that if you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you are essentially planning to fail. And that goes for everything. Even waking up in the morning. You know, if you don't set your alarm, which is part of your plan of helping you get up in the morning, and then you wake up the next day later than you should have, and then you arrive at school later than you should have, you essentially failed to plan yesterday. Like if I just did my homework today, I wouldn't have to worry on Friday because I've now got to hand it in next period. You know, I wonder if I just revise for the mocks I've got coming up, just like half an hour a day, even an hour a day. If I can just do that today, I don't have to worry when I get to my mock exams. I don't have to worry about my GCSE exams if I know I'm putting in the work today, because whatever work I'm putting in today, when I get to that day and I've got to take an exam, I've got to hand in my homework, I will have done what I needed to do to get the grade essentially I'm going to get. And there's nothing more or less I can do once I'm there. I've now just got to turn up and do it. But I say all that to say this. I think it's important that you get good advice. And I think it's important that you get good advice from good people. And so I would encourage you guys to think about who you get your advice from. And actually, maybe it's worth making a note about it. Maybe you can make a note of who gives you the best advice in your life. Who gives the best advice to you in your life? I would love to leave you with a great piece of advice, but my mind is blank. So I'll just say this. Pay attention in class. Do your homework. Turn up on time as much as possible. And as much as you can, be a positive person. It really helps when people remember you, that they remember you as being a positive person and not a negative one. And if you can't do that, just be kind. Anyway, until next time, my people, take care, don't stress, and be blessed. Ciao.